Afghanistan, a land of rich history and resilience. Afghanistan is a country located in the heart of Asia, bordered by Pakistan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. Known for its rugged mountains, diverse culture, and strategic location, Afghanistan has been at the crossroads of civilizations for thousands of years. Despite facing decades of conflict and instability, the Afghan people have shown remarkable resilience, preserving their traditions, identity, and hope for a better future. Geography and climate. Afghanistan covers an area of approximately 652,000 square kilometers, making it one of the larger countries in the region. It is predominantly mountainous, with the Hindu Kush range running through the center of the country. These mountains create natural barriers and have historically influenced migration, trade, and military campaigns. The country also has deserts in the south and fertile valleys in the north and east. The climate in Afghanistan varies significantly. Summers can be extremely hot in the southern regions, while winters are harsh and cold in the mountains. Rainfall is generally scarce, and many parts of the country suffer from drought, making agriculture challenging without irrigation. Historical background. Afghanistan's history stretches back to ancient times. It was part of the Persian Empire, and later, Alexander the Great passed through the region in the 4th century BCE. The area was a vital part of the Silk Road, connecting trade between the East and the West. Over centuries, many empires and civilizations have ruled the region, including the Mauryans, Kushans, Sassanids, Arabs, Ghaznavids, Timurids, and Mughals. Islam reached Afghanistan in the 7th century, and the country has since been predominantly Muslim. In the 18th century, Ahmad Shah Durrani established the modern state of Afghanistan, often referred to as the founder of the nation. In the 19th century, Afghanistan became a focal point in the Great Game between the British and Russian empires. It maintained its independence but became a buffer state. In the 20th century, Afghanistan experienced a series of political changes, including a monarchy, republic, and eventually, multiple regimes as the country struggled with coups, invasions, and civil war. Modern conflict and challenges. The Soviet invasion in 1979 marked a turning point in Afghanistan's modern history. The decade-long war resulted in significant loss of life and displacement. After the Soviet withdrawal in 1989, civil war broke out among rival factions. In the 1990s, the Taliban, a fundamentalist Islamic group, gained control of most of the country. Following the September 11th attacks in 2001, the United States and its allies launched a military intervention in Afghanistan, removing the Taliban from power. However, the group maintained a strong insurgency. Despite efforts to establish a democratic government, Afghanistan remained unstable due to ongoing conflict, corruption, and weak institutions. In August 2021, the Taliban returned to power after the withdrawal of US and NATO forces. Since then, Afghanistan has been under Taliban rule, facing international isolation and severe economic and humanitarian crises. Culture and society. Afghanistan is ethnically diverse, home to Pashtun, Tajiks, Hazaras, Uzbeks, and many other groups. Each group has its own language, traditions, and cultural practices. The two official languages are Pashto and Dari, a dialect of Persian. Although many Afghans are multilingual, Afghan culture is deeply rooted in hospitality, family values, and tradition. Poetry, especially from figures like Rumi and Kushal Khan Khattak, is highly respected. Music, though restricted under some regimes, remains a vital part of the culture. Traditional dances, clothing, and food such as kebabs, pilaf kabili pala, and naan bread reflect a rich heritage. Islam is central to Afghan life, shaping daily routines, laws, and social norms. Religious holidays like Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha are widely celebrated. Despite conservatism in some areas, there is a growing desire among Afghans, especially the youth, for education, progress, and gender equality. Education and economy. Afghanistan's education system has faced many challenges. During times of war, many schools were destroyed or closed, and access to education, especially for girls, was limited. Despite this, millions of Afghan children have attended school over the past 2 decades, and thousands of students, including women, have graduated from universities. The Afghan economy is primarily agrarian, with most people working in farming and livestock. Key exports include dried fruits, carpets, and medicinal herbs. Afghanistan is also rich in natural resources like copper, iron, gold, and lithium. Though these are largely untapped due to instability, foreign aid has been a significant part of the economy. However, after the Taliban takeover in 2021, most international aid was suspended, leading to a major economic collapse, rising unemployment, and a deepening humanitarian crisis. Inflation, hunger, and poverty have become widespread. The way forward: Afghanistan stands at a crossroads. The return of the Taliban has brought new uncertainties, particularly regarding human rights, women's education, and political freedom. Many Afghans fear a return to the restrictions of the 1990s. At the same time, the Taliban face the challenge of governing a complex society in a globalized world. The international community remains divided on how to engage with the Taliban regime. Some advocate for humanitarian assistance without political recognition, while others emphasize the need for inclusive governance and respect for human rights. Despite these challenges, the people of Afghanistan continue to strive for peace, stability, and dignity. Civil society, though under pressure, is still active. Afghan diaspora communities around the world are advocating for their homeland, sending remittances, and preserving Afghan culture abroad. Conclusion: Afghanistan is a land of contrasts, rich in history and culture, yet plagued by decades of war and hardship. Its people are proud, resilient, and hopeful. While the road ahead is uncertain, the desire for a peaceful, inclusive, and prosperous Afghanistan lives on in the hearts of its people. The future of the country depends not only on its internal leadership but also on international engagement and a collective commitment to justice, education, and human dignity.